Okay guys, quickly I want to do something on some extract on demand and supply, but in this case we're going to be looking at elements or type of demand and supply. So number one, so you can see we have rally based rally, we have rally based drop, we have drop based rally, we have drop based drop. Now rally based rally and rally based drop are for bullish scenario, and the other one is for the bearish scenario. So I've already pre-drawn something here for you to see. On the higher time frame, you are going to be seeing this kind of patterns and structures more often. So like you see a red candle, a blue candle, depending on how you set up your candlestick colors. So but the drop is red normally. This one is blue for me, then red is popular, red and black. Okay, so you have a red candle, this is a drop, then it forms a base or a redistribution here, okay, and then it forms a drop. Then we have another type, drop, a base, a rally. Okay, these are just simple candle patterns. Then here for the bullish scenario, you have a rally, a base, a rally, and there you have a rally, a base, a drop. Now these are the varieties of what it will look like on a lower time frame. Some other varieties of appearance on the lower time frame. So the appearance of RBR, that is rally based rally, RBD, DBR, DBD on a lower time frame is different from the higher time frame. Okay, but we shall look at it on the chart later then. All right, so the base often comes in the form of flags on the lower time frames. Okay, now for this drop based drop, usually price can just be coming from an area and then it will stall and just keep redistributing, or they'll just be gathering momentum or others to fire down. Now some people will call this a bearish flag. Okay, they can call this base a bearish flag. So the purpose of this is so that we can get a particular zone where price can return to later, where we can place our pending orders or wait for entry for price to get there. Price can stop at this level and price can even go deeper into this level. All right, so the goal is for us to use pending orders and wait for price, then for price to keep moving down. But always remember, you must trade with the trend. Okay, you must trade with the trend, and so is for this one. This is drop base rally. Okay, this one, most time when the trend is about to change, you get this pattern. Okay, so price can dip into this area, this zone of the base, and then push up. So for this one, this is a rally base drop, price moves up, and then this is a reaccumulation forming a base. Of course, you know this is common. Price can pull back right into this area, and then price can pull back up. All right, price pull into the zone and then pull back up. Then here we have a rally, a base, and a drop. So price can pull into this area and then drop later. Okay, so this is how it works. All right, so I hope you understand this concept. If you don't, always come back to the course and refer to it. Let's go to the chart so that I can explain more of this to you. It is very actually easy to locate. It is actually very easy to locate on the chart. Okay, let's look at maybe USD card or so. Let's delete this ones. Let's delete this ones. Let's delete this one. Delete this one. This one. Let's delete this guy. Delete this guy. Okay, for this is let's see. Okay, for example, now this one, let me just delete it and redraw it again. Let me delete and redraw. For example, now this is a drop, this is a base, this is a drop. So project the zone to the right. Let's just assume this has not happened. This is a drop, price was dropping, formed this base and dropped. So all you have to do is to mark out the base and just project it to the right and set a pending order. It doesn't matter how long it is. Okay, always use pending orders and wait for price to come there so you don't overreact and blow your account. Okay, now look at this level here. This is sweet spot 3700. Okay, and the base is forming at that level, so this is a very good significant level, especially as it's a double zero, especially as it's a zero level. This one too is a zero level. So as price gets back to this, where will be your next take profit? If this is 3700, your next take profit should be 3600. So let us look at the number of pips you have generated from there. That should be 100 pips. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Let's look for another example. Now also remember, you can use it as swap zones. You can use demand and supply also as swaps. Okay, this one is a rally, this is a base, this is a rally, provided if this one has not happened before. So look at, you can actually place pending. It was not a good one though. Price came into it. If you don't use stop loss, for people who don't use stop loss, those are the people that will survive this one. But I prefer my base to form along sweet spot 00 levels. I don't like my sweet spot forming. I don't like my base forming on just some random 50, 25 levels. No, I think I like it on 0 levels. This is a drop. This is a base, this is a drop. So mark this one out when you see this kind of thing, especially when it's at the 0 level. This is drop, base, drop, rally, drop, base, rally. We have it here. Okay, drop, base, rally, and when price gets into that place, that is your zone. You just set a pending order on your double zero sweet spot level. Okay, and then once price gets into that area, you just take it, look at it, price came into that area, and then you move from that 0 level to the next 0, pinpoint, right? That's 100 pips. Okay, you move from that 0 to another, that's 100 pips right there. Okay, you look for another one. This one is is a little bit advanced, but this is another level. Something actually happened here, but let's leave that one. Let me look for what is obvious. This one, there's a base here. Look at this railroad track candle formation. It's a base actually. Okay, so or you can take this one, but it's not too strong, so let's leave it. It's not too good. Let's find another one. Let's find other ones. As I'm even teaching now, you are seeing it by yourself. This is a drop, this is a base, this is a rally. So let's mark it out, and it's on a very strong significant level, strong resistant level. This is 400. So let's mark it out. Mark out the base. You see, especially if the base is on this kind of 00 levels. All right, so look at this. This is a drop, this is a base, this is a rally. We are waiting for price to get into that zone, and then we just buy. So anything from here to here will be your drawdown. Well, for those of you that are looking for 2 pip drawdown, I don't trade like that. My pip is usually my stop loss is usually 50. That is if I use it at all. I don't normally use it. So from this level to the next 0 level, here we get 86 pip depending on entry. But if you are looking from levels to levels, it should be minimum of 100 pips. If you can't catch 100 pip, it is just depending on where you enter. That is why you couldn't catch it. Okay, so maybe let's look at another pair. This thing is more of practice. Just keep practicing, provided you understand the concept. The duty is to understand the concept and just practice. This is a drop, this is a base, this is a drop. Just mark it out as it is happening in price action. Just be marking it out. All these ones are price action. So price came to that level, rejected beautifully and dropped. Okay, which one again? There are many, they are everywhere on the chart. This is a rally, this is a base, this is a rally. If you mark it out, you will see price rejected that area, price came to that area and pushed up from 300, from 1300 to 1400. So that is 100 pips there, right? I think this should be 100 pips right there. Yep, 100 pips. Okay, so just look for them, especially on the sweet spot 0 level. Okay, the more I'm teaching, I'm understanding myself. I'm grabbing a lot of things too by myself the more I'm teaching you right now. Okay, there are more. This is rally, this is base, and this is a rally. Okay, so you can just mark them. Rally, base, rally. Price move from this to the next 100. Okay, this is a rally, this is a base, this is a rally. If you mark it, let's see if it holds something. Yeah, it held this one. It held this one. For those who are scalpers, 100 pips from that place. So just go ahead, do your rehearsal, always keep practicing and practice. Pull out the chart and practice. You can send me some of your practice on WhatsApp or on Telegram so I can vet them. So thank you very much. I hope you are receiving value. If you don't understand more, watch and rewatch. The course is yours. All right, so see you in another course. Bye bye.